No one wanted to run for president in 2024 more than Mike Pompeo did. Pompeo had a super PAC way back in 2021 aimed at getting the pieces in place to run. He was traveling to Iowa and New Hampshire before the 2022 election was even finished. He even lost a bunch of weight. He was all in. And then, in mid-April, Pompeo announced he wasn't all in, that he wasn't going to run after all. Now here's the key part of Pompeo's statement taking himself out. I've made a decision. We have prayerfully come to the conclusion we are not going to join the race in 2024. While we care deeply about America and the issues I've been talking about for the past year and a half, and frankly for decades, matter an awful lot, this isn't our moment. Which, surprising, or actually, maybe not, let me explain. Consider this part of Pompeo's statement. This isn't our moment. Now that implies it is someone's moment, but whose? That answer is easy, Donald Trump. The story of the last few months of the 2024 race has been the consolidation of support behind the former president among Republican voters. Trump's average lead in national polling on the 2024 Republican race is nearing 30 points. The last 5 polls have the former president leading by 37, 33, 33, 31, and 24 points. Trump is now averaging more than 52% of the vote in a crowded field. Now back to Pompeo just for a minute. Remember that he really wanted to run for president in 2024, but he's also not an idiot. He sees that his average support is roughly 50 points behind Trump's, and that the closest Trump competitor, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, is dropping like a rock as Trump attacks him. And so Pompeo concludes that the Republican nomination is Trump's to lose, and that he's very unlikely to lose it. It's not that Pompeo doesn't want to run for president, or won't run in the future. He said as much in his statement on not running. After noting that he's only 59 years old, which, surprising, Pompeo added this: "There remain many more opportunities for which the timing might be more fitting as presidential leadership becomes even more necessary." Huh? Now it's right, I think, to see Pompeo as a canary in the Republican 2024 coal mine. Pompeo still wants to be president, and he wants to be president so bad that in his statement announcing he's not running for president, he makes clear that he's going to run sometime in the future. But what Pompeo knows is that more and more, this race is Donald Trump's. He remains the biggest star in the Republican firmament and the prime mover in all things GOP. Consider what's changed since Pompeo started to explore a presidential bid way back when. Number 1, it wasn't clear then that Trump was even going to run. Number 2, it wasn't clear that Republicans would not blame Trump for the party's disappointing 2022 election results. And number 3, Trump's indictment on paying hush money to a porn star was only a twinkle in Democrats' eyes. Now that trio of events have now all come to pass, and each one, somewhat amazingly, has worked in Trump's favor. What Pompeo was doing then was waiting and seeing. A race without Trump, or with a severely weakened Trump, would clearly be one that he would have gotten into. But that's not the race that Pompeo found staring him in the face. Trump is stronger than even he likely believed he would be at this point, and the race looks like a fool's errand for anyone who A, doesn't have to based on age and time constraints, Mike Pence, or B, isn't running to be vice president, Tim Scott. So what? That Pompeo is passing in the 2024 race is a telling indicator of what a cold-blooded analysis of that race actually looks like. At this point, it looks like Trump is the very likely nominee. So why spend the next year banging your head into a wall while the former president rolls to the nomination? Pompeo's exit proves one thing. He, at least, believes the Republican nomination fight is all but over.